Hi, this tutorial has to do with 4 sets of troublesome words that get confused with each other, so let's go over them. But the place to start is to come up with your most confusing face, like hers. How's that? Alright, and here are the words I'm talking about. Your and your, there and there, whose and whose, let's and let's. Take a look at these words, these sets of words, and a good place to begin, as usual, is for you to actually write down your own sample sentences for all 9 of them. So hit pause, see what you can do with it, and more than writing the words in the sentences is to think of the logic behind it. Once you've done that, come on back and see how you do in these sentences. Okay, so take a look at these sets of sentences and where would you plug in the words? Which words would you put in here? First one with the your. You're going to your party. Which one goes where? Next one, they're going to their party over there. It's always a fun sentence. Which ones go where? Who's going to whose party? And let's go to the party. My dad lets me go. Pause this tutorial, put in your words, and as always, think about what is your reasoning behind it. Now, in this case, I'm not going to give you the answers right now. Let's go over the rules, and then with your full understanding of what's going on here, we'll return to these sentences and see how you're doing there. Here once again are the words your, there, whose, and let's. Rather than take them individually, I want to point out a pattern that's going on with that first list on the left. And here it is. Now you'll notice that all 4 of these have an apostrophe. Apostrophes have 2 uses, one of which, the most common, I'll give another tutorial, and that is for possession, like the cat's paw, the father's car. But this is a different use of an apostrophe. In this case, and in all 4, the apostrophe is replacing a letter. Look at the first one, your. What you're saying is you are. And you're getting rid of that A, and then you have your. Same with the rest of them. There, the first form, is they are. You get the idea. What you're saying is there, and so on. Whose is who is. But you're saying whose. Who's there? Who is there? Last one, let's. What you're saying is let us. But you're saying it quickly, so you have let's go, let's eat, let us eat. Now understanding this will really help you with distinguishing these pairs, or in the case of there, the 3 words. It'll help you to fully understand what's going on here if you understand that when you are saying that first your, there, whose, let's, you're saying something else in it. You are saying you are, they are, who is, let us. And the apostrophe is replacing a letter. So once again, these are all apostrophes that are replacing a letter. Now let's go over here to 3 of these words, and there is a pattern happening here. The your, their, and whose. In all 3 of these, there is possession. Your house, your cat, your pencil, their party, their lamp, whose coat, whose ape, whose car. So once again, what's going on in most cases here, at times there is an apostrophe, a contraction, a getting rid of a letter, and an entirely different situation is showing possession. Now we have the 2 other words to explain here. The there, which is the direction, over there. I'll meet you over there. And the last one is let's, which is just a verb form. Yesterday, he let me eat cake. Today, he lets me eat cake. So it's just a verb form, the present tense. So take a look at these boxes and circles on this page. Maybe the pattern will help you. Often the issue is with contraction, with the substitution of a letter with an apostrophe, with your, their, whose, let's. Or it could be a possessive, your, their, and whose. And then there are these other two words, the their and the let's. So if this helps you, great. And here's another way to look at it. Just look at each individual set of words, your and your. And now you're familiar with the difference. One is you're saying you are. The apostrophe is replacing a letter. You're contracting you are into your. The other is possession, your house. Next group, there. They are, contracting it with an apostrophe, their. They're going home. The next one is possession, their house. And the last one is direction, there, over there. Next group, whose and whose. First one, who is, getting rid of the I, and what you're saying is who is essentially, but without that I, it's whose. Who's going home. And the other one is possession. Whose car is parked outside. And the last set is the let's and the let's. Once again, the first one, you're really saying let us go home. You're getting rid of the you, contracting it with the apostrophe, and saying let's go home. And the other one is a verb form for let. He lets us go home. All right, hopefully you have these down now. And let's go back to the original sentences I showed you a few minutes ago. And here they are. Maybe you want to go over your original answers. Do you want to revise anything? Always a good idea to think about what you are saying, what your reasoning is. All right, now here are the answers. You're going to your party. What you're saying is you are going. So there we want the apostrophe, the contraction. You're going to your party. And same pattern. You're saying they are going. So it's they're going to their, the possession, their party, over there, the direction. Who is going? Who's going to the possession? Whose party? Who owns this party? Who is having the party? And finally, let us, getting rid of that you, let's go to the party. My dad lets us go. All right, how'd you do? Those are the answers. And now just to test how you're doing, see what you do with these sentences. Here are the three sentences for there. You plug in your answers. Their house is on fire. I'm not going if the house over there is on fire. They're inside the burning house roasting marshmallows. Okay, hit pause if you need to, and I'm going to give you the answers now. There they go. Their house is on fire, possession. They own that house, and it's on fire. You better go tell them. I'm not going if the house over there is on fire. It's the directional there. And finally, they're inside the burning house roasting marshmallows. They're such a fun family. What you're saying is they are inside the burning house. You've gotten rid of the A, and that makes it the contraction there. Let's move on down to the next group here with your. Your face reminds me of a rotting pumpkin, and that's a compliment. No way am I eating what you're eating. Okay, so you've written down your answers, and here they are. First one is the possession. Your face. You own that face, even though it resembles a rotting pumpkin. No way am I eating what you are eating. Getting rid of that A there, contracting it, and you have your eating. Onward to whose and whose. Go see who's at the door, and whose coat is this? Write down your answer, hit pause, unpause it as I tell you it is. Go see who is at the door. Get rid of the I, who's at the door. And the possession for the next one, whose coat is this? Who possesses this coat? And finally, the two let's. I'll climb the tree if my teacher lets me. And hey, Jessica, let's go play with electricity. Your answers are, got 'em. I'll climb the tree if my teacher lets me. Simple verb form of let. And hey, Jessica, let us go play with electricity. You have the contraction going on there. Let's go play with electricity. And that's it for these 4 sets of troublesome words. There, and there. Your. Whose, let's. Not so troublesome anymore. Now that you have them down, your face that began like this is now, all right. Thanks. Bye.